Hey, folks, welcome back to another episode of the Nothing Taboo with You podcast with me, your host, as always, Chloe. I hope you guys are keeping good and that you're enjoying the start of winter. I've heard my first Christmas song this week, so I'm starting to get into the mood. But it's a little bit hard to because life is upside down at the moment. We've so much going on behind the scenes that I don't know whether I'm coming or I'm going, but it's so good because I just find this time of year can be a bit bluesy and can be a little bit, hard with the dark nights and the dark mornings. And I think a lot of people can find that hard, but I find being busy, having your routine, and keeping your head and your body, distracted and busy. It's the cheapest form of therapy you'll ever come across. Now, still go to your therapy if you're going, because I had my monthly sesh last week, and it's brilliant. As I always say, it's a spa for my head. I do my workout twice a week, so I don't see why I can't do my brain workout as well at least once a month. Um, I've loads of news and news I can't really share yet, but I have loads of news. She knows, but you guys will will know eventually. So I have been a little bit quieter on social media than usual, but I will be picking up the pace. It's just again, you have to be mindful of yourself and not take on too many tasks at a time. So just being able to record the podcast at the moment is my only little bit of an outlet that I have on social media and time for. So I'm mindful that I'm not committing myself to too many things because obviously no one wants to burn out. But this season has been fantastic. I am coming towards the end of it. Just a couple of episodes left. We started off with the boys. The girls have come back and forth over the last few episodes, which has been brilliant. And I really hope you enjoyed last week's episode with Kira, my absolute wild child of a pal. I love what I love about Kira is she's unapologetically her, and what you see is what you get, and hence her having her drink and having her vape while she was on the show. She wasn't going to change just for that hour, and that's one of the reasons why I love her so much. And I suppose in keeping with my friends and little kind of glimpses into my life, I am joined today by another friend of mine. And this girl, who I'll introduce you properly to in a minute, we're actually only friends just over a year. When Natasha moved here you came from Cyprus, right?
Yes.
Originally from South Africa with her beautiful family. And we started working together. And pretty much instantly, I knew this chick was going to be part of my inner circle very fast. um, she's beautiful. She's as beautiful inside as she is on the outside. I mean, it's disgusting to even be sitting here beside her. Like, look, of course, I'd have to have a friend who's a model, like, of course. But no, seriously, um, there there's a little taboo thing about me that most of my family and friends make fun of, and that is my absolute obsession with the Real Housewives franchise. And up till the day myself and this one had a conversation, which we'll get to, I lived in a very lonely little world. And it was hard at times. And I had no one that I could converse with. And fast forward a year, by God, do we converse. So this episode, I'm going to be straight up with you guys, is dedicated to the Real Housewives franchise and our love for it. And we're going to dissect a couple of the franchises we watch, and have a little laugh and a giggle about it. So I don't think this is going to be one for the boys, and I don't think this is going to be one for anyone who's not into reality TV. So I'm just going to call it as it is. But if you're into watching two friends have a giggle, have a laugh, get to know me and my wonderful circle a bit better, then do stay watching this. So Natasha, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. Hi, guys.
Isn't
How
she
are
fucking
you?
gorgeous? How are you?
How's it? I'm from South Africa.
Well, she's getting a bit of the Irish accent in her.
Yeah, I can say there
And grand.
and grand and slán. and it's thick and roasting in here, lads. Sorry.
Do you know who you're reminding me of? And I haven't even started. Shannon. Top of the morning to you. Shannon Bador, the time they came to Ireland.
Actually,
You
oh my
sound
God.
exactly like her.
Yes.
Top of the morning to you. It's like, Jesus. I don't know one person in my life that's ever said top of the morning to you. Or Slán.
I don't know. I walk into the office
It's
in
your
the morning and
touristy
I'm like,
things.
Slán.
That means goodbye.
Sorry, guys. I'm a little bit of a mess over here.
No, you could say Fáilte.
Culture.
Fáilte.
Culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Fáilte
I
is
speak 3 languages, so now
She
I
does,
need
to
to
be
learn
fair.
a 4th language. So,
Yeah.
culture.
Fáilte.
Culture.
So Fáilte. Yeah. And Slán is goodbye.
Slán.
And Sláinte is cheers.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes.
Are you getting a bit of a kick out of that one,
Yes.
Have you been taught Poke Mahone?
Have I taught me what?
Did I never? Wasn't that a bit? Have I taught me what? Poke Mahone. Have you ever heard that?
No, never.
Should I tell her what it means? Kind of thinking I won't. I'm kind of thinking I won't, and I'll let you come back to that one. Just next person you meet from Ireland, just say Pogue Mahone.
Pogue Mahone.
Yeah, Pogue Mahone.
Pogue Mahone.
Yeah.
Grand.
Yeah, I'm not telling you, Grand. Maybe I might tell her at the end of the episode. We'll see how we're going. Yeah, we'll see. I'm so surprised you're here over a year and that hasn't been said to you yet.
No, it's been a year and going on 2 months, 3 months.
It feels like you're here forever.
Well, I just had my 1-year anniversary at the office there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we really started setting up our roots here. The children are in school. My son is in 3rd year now. My daughter's 3rd class. Yes, I still got to learn that. In South Africa and Cyprus, we say grade 1, grade 2 instead of class and things like that.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's very different.
Okay. So you, just to give a little bit of background, so Natasha's here with her husband and her 2 beautiful children.
Yes.
And you have some family members with you as well.
Yeah, Mum's here as well, and my 2 brothers are here as well. So we've basically immigrated the whole family over. It's just my dad and my 1 brother that's over in South Africa still.
Or in South Africa.
Yeah.
And tell me, why Ireland?
It's a little bit of a crazy story. We were actually based in Cyprus for 2 years, and
because your husband's originally from Cyprus.
He was obviously now born in South Africa, raised South Africa, but he did up and down to Cyprus because his father and mother are Cypriot. So it was up, down, and I fell in love with Cyprus. So we actually immigrated over there, just obviously because
over there.
Sorry. Over there to Cyprus, and just financially we couldn't survive Cyprus. The minimum wage was very low, and the housing was very bad, the expenses and things like that.
Really?
Yeah, and then we were looking at going to the UK because I own a British passport through my mum.
Okay.
And we were looking at that whole opportunity, and my cousin actually said to me, you do know that Ireland, there's the fair trade agreements, I think it is. As a British citizen, I can come to Ireland without a visa, and my children, because they are Cypriots by their father, can go there on their EU passports. And we actually then just decided on Ireland because it was do 5 years in Ireland, and then we'll go to the UK. And I don't think I could leave Ireland. Really? I love it. I've fallen in love with. People are gonna laugh.
I don't
the
think
weather. I've fallen in love with the weather.
Yeah, but say why you've fallen in love with the weather.
Cyprus can hit 45 degrees, exactly. And I am melting. And you know what? I can bundle up. I can put layers on. In Cyprus, you can't go to work in a bikini.
Yeah,
so
she could. It wouldn't be frowned upon if you did. I don't think it would. I think it'd be welcome. I think it would even be welcomed here.
I'm sure the lads would love it if I rocked up in
It'd be no problem.
in a bathing suit.
You would sell. A few jealous bitches, I'm sure.
I get comments on my work outfits already. I think I get a few more in a bikini.
You by far are the most stylish office person I have ever worked with in every office I've ever worked with.
Thank you.
Yeah, when I worked with you, I used to love for when Natasha would walk through the door to see what outfit. Color coordination is just your thing, girl.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's, you know what, it's a self-expression. I am a very loud person and I am very forthcoming with my feelings and stuff, but I think it's just such like a beautiful expression of
Yeah.
like, you don't have to have a whole conversation about it, but you can feel good about yourself. And I
Yeah.
find clothing, it's just a really nice way to feel good about yourself. And I know it sounds silly, but like I'll set my clothes up the night before.
Yeah.
So like I don't have decision fatigue on it, but I enjoy it. I
I love
enjoy my
that.
clothing and I enjoy like having that little bit of expressionism and like individuality, I think.
You have that, and we've never
Yeah.
actually spoken about that. That
No.
it's a way of expressing yourself,
Yeah.
because it really is. I would get my clothes out the night before, but that's just my OCD.
It's also
But
my
I'm just not.
laziness.
Yeah, I just like having everything out down to the knickers. Like
Yeah.
I'd have it
Same.
all out. But
Yeah.
I've just always been in awe of your, because like you said, it is an expression, and actually it shows your character without
Mhm.
it. It's like non-verbal communication,
Yeah. And I also like to be the sense of attention.
which she's not lying.
I do. I love
And
it.
I hate being the center of attention.
So
I
I get
hate
fed
it.
on attention. I love pretty clothes. It's also
Yeah, and
it's the
you might
vanity
see it
of
higher than that.
I
Yeah.
love the vanity of beautiful clothing.
I,
I don't wear makeup to work. I'm actually wearing makeup today for the first time in months because
I very
yes, I'm
rarely
on
see you with
film
makeup.
and I know you're
Yeah.
gonna wear makeup, so I want to
Yeah.
feel pretty.
Yeah.
But my clothing is
Is
more like
is
I
your
like to feel
is your
pretty.
makeup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
But I love that.
yeah.
If I had your skin and your body, I'd be doing the same. It'd be all about the clothes as
Beautiful.
well. Look, we're all beautiful in our own way, I suppose. But
You're sexy.
I totally didn't get her to say that.
No paid endorsements here. I don't need them.
I'm just sexy. And I'm, what did you say, rocking Hamptons?
Yes, the Hampton vibes, the
Hampton
Real
vibes.
Housewives of New York,
Yeah.
baby.
Which I've just started watching. The
No,
old crowd.
she will not listen to me. I have told her 100 times she has to watch the originals of the Real Housewives of New York. It is such a classic. It's the same as like OC, Beverly Hills. It's just a
But it
classic.
looks so old. I mean, do you remember when you got me? Okay, we're jumping in. I'll come back in a sec. But remember when you wanted me to get into the OC?
Yes.
Like when I started season 1, I was like, I'm watching something from the 80s. It felt so old. But
it
I
was
persist. Oh
old.
no, I skipped. Didn't I skip
Yeah,
two?
but what you need to remember is like OC, when you
Was
look
the
at like
first one.
the original OC, it was the first one. It
Yeah.
was like the
What was it called?
backbone.
Behind the Gates. Was
Yeah,
that?
they
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
originally it was meant to be called Behind the Gates, and then it was like the originals. Like if you listen to like the interviews about those ones, they actually used to do interviews like mid conversation. They didn't have like the confessions at the end. Then you see like they
Oh, that's
really
right. They'd stand over to the
yeah, just
side
in the
saying,
corner.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then with that
That's
like
right.
success of that, then they brought New
Took
York on,
off.
and they
Yeah.
like that was I think 2 years into it. So it still is old like that, but it's not as old
I
as
get
like
you.
the first
Yeah.
2 seasons. You just got to bite down hard and get through the first
I
season.
know you want me to.
She
Like,
has to.
it was funny. Like, so when Natasha came to work with us, I was like, this chick is cool. And you know, when you just instantly gravitate
Yeah.
towards someone's energy,
Yeah.
like you and I would be pretty similar in that. Like, even I love like how you're like the vanity of my, you know, my
Yeah.
clothes and the expression. I love that because I'm drawn to authenticity, as you know,
Yeah.
and I just love that about you. But I remember, like Natasha has had such an interesting upbringing, in South Africa. Interesting, wonderful, difficult. I mean, because obviously South Africa has, you know, it's known for, unfortunately, its crime rates as much as it is for its tourist attractions and its tourism. And initially, when I wanted Natasha to come on, we were going to actually have a conversation about her growing up in South Africa, but we haven't talked enough about it. And I want you to educate me more off camera, and off camera as if we're filming all the time. I'm in housewives mode now, but I want to get more educated on it, and then you and I can have a you can come back in next season and we'll have a proper chat about that, because I just think, it's quite eye opening, like we take for, like us Irish, we take a lot for granted. A lot.
I get so confused when you guys complain about wait times at like anything to do with governments, and I'm like, you guys are joking, right? This is like the quickest things are going.
Yeah.
Like a week or two turnaround for me is like insanity. It's amazing.
Yeah.
In South Africa, you can wait 2 years for something.
Yeah.
So,
and I think Irish people, we tend to love the misery of complaining as a people. Now, I don't actually really include myself in that, because I tend to not like to see the misery and everything. But like the weather, for example, we give out about the weather a lot, but we actually have very neutral weather here. We don't have any extremes of anything.
Yeah, except for the weird winds.
Yeah. Exactly. But even at that, like, we don't get hurricanes. We don't get, do you know what I mean? And we don't get like snow to the level of, like the snow we get here, everything shuts down and it's like nothing compared to like Poland, Finland, wherever. Like, do you know what I mean? And same with the heat. If it's like 26 degrees here, we're like, oh my God, heat wave. So we don't have any extreme of anything as such.
Yeah.
And again, political, yes, we've had our history and we've had our troubles and whatever, but I think Ireland is actually a pretty good country to be brought up in. Yeah, I have to say.
As an outsider looking in, I see only beauty.
That's insane.
I think everything is run so well. Things are clean, and obviously there's bad in everything.
Yeah.
But for me, on a whole, looking in, I want to raise my children here. I want them to go to the country schools. I want my children to play hurling and camogie, because like I see the community behind it.
I love that.
And South Africa, like a lot of community comes from sports.
Yeah.
And it's a safe haven for us in South Africa.
Yeah.
So for me, like naturally, I see like a safe haven for my children playing those sports. So, but like looking as a whole on the country, I love it. It's beautifully run. The shops are clean. They're safe. The safety is the massive thing for me. Like,
must be, yeah.
We've got the big open country home.
Yeah.
My kids play outside all the time.
Yeah.
South Africa was completely different, where my children didn't go outside. They weren't allowed outside unless we were outside. So being an outsider,
and every home has bars on their windows. So it's totally different. Yeah.
For me, looking at Ireland, we are so blessed being here.
Yeah.
And the people are really friendly. Very friendly. So I love it.
Yeah.
My husband enjoys it as well. He struggles with the cold.
If he's separate, I can understand that. Yeah.
It's built into them. But my daughter, last night, I was cold. I was chilly. It was cold. I mean, it was like
the nights get cold.
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 degrees. She was running around in a t-shirt and shorts in the house.
You got
I
enough
didn't have the
kids.
heating on. No heating is on in my home, guys.
Kids don't feel
kids
it.
are used to it, you know.
So they're climatized already.
100%.
Yeah.
I was walking around in a light pajama, something like this, just like a normal jump and everything, and I was like, oh, whatever, carry on. My mom was freezing now. She was in like 3 layers, and oh my God, it's freezing. I'm like, we'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, you're young, you know. She's younger than me quite a bit, which is annoying. I was going to say, not say your age to like not make myself feel so old, but it is gas. Like, it's another thing I always find interesting about friendships. Friendships is a massive thing for me. You and I have had these conversations 100 times. How, like, I've friends that I've known since like day dot.
Yeah.
I've friends that like I've outgrown. I've then friends that rekindle friendships.
Yeah.
And then new friendships. I always thought, like, when you hit a certain age, that I'd be like, oh, that's it. You don't make any more friends. But it's
so boring.
Completely the opposite.
Yeah.
Like, you're one of the closest people in my life, and like, you know, we only know each other 12 months, and the things we have in common is insane. And again, there's an age gap. There's
I whispered the Real
I can't wait
Housewives.
to say, yeah, we can get into. But like, like the age gap means fuck all. Really,
No.
age means fuck all. It's all about who the person is and what they are, isn't it?
100%.
You know,
100%.
because we click straight away.
But the thing is, like, I don't believe in age. I know it sounds silly, yes, we've all got an age, but I mean, realistically, my husband's 13 years older than me.
Yeah,
Age has never been for me a swayer.
Yeah.
It's if you're a
Yeah.
good person, you're a good person. If I vibe with you, I vibe with you. If
I love that.
it's
Your
just
tribe is your.
vibe.
Love it. How many quotes have we done already?
Name them.
Name 'em. So that's what's bringing me onto it. So, like I said, I started watching The Housewives, Beverly Hills. That was
Yeah.
my first show during COVID. Complete accident. I still don't even know how I got watching it, but I did genuinely.
Okay.
And it was during COVID, and I fell in love. I fell in love, and then from there, Sir Rules, Vanderpump Rules. That's
Okay.
where I began. So I only began my journey with the Housewife franchise in COVID.
Yeah.
So you and I were in the kitchen one day on lunch when we'd have lunch together, and Sutton Strack from Beverly Hills. So we're going to talk now as if whoever's listening now, your fellow Beverly Hills or Housewives fans, and you know what we're talking about.
Yes.
So I'm not going to explain anything. So if you've no interest in Housewives, duck out now. If you do, come on in. The water is fine. So Sutton Strack was our first one.
Yeah, we just
Was it you went name them?
Name. I think I was actually chatting to Michael, and I was explaining the Real Housewives to him.
That's right.
That's what happened.
Yes.
As I said it, my brain just clicked.
I was like, is this chick talking about Housewives? Because I was putting up like that I was watching Housewives or saying it to people. They were like, the what? The what? Nobody knew what I was on about. I had watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yes.
That had been kind of the last reality show
Okay.
I had watched.
Yeah.
And that finished, and then they brought out their own franchise,
Yes.
but I didn't watch that. So I'll tell you what brought me into the universe. And we're going to start with Beverly Hills because that's where we started our love affair. Lisa.
I love her.
Like, you just.
She's a bitch, but I love her.
But I can't even call her a bitch because I just think she's a fucking legend.
But she is.
She
Her and
is.
Ken and Jiggy.
Oh, poor Jiggy. I was devastated when Jiggy died.
But tell me something with Beverly Hills. When you fall into Beverly Hills, were you just watching a random season with like a random?
No, I started from the very beginning.
But how? Like, what made you watch like season 1, episode 1? Because it was
honestly don't know.
I mean, it would have been season 4.
Yeah, it was 2019. 2020 I started watching it. Yeah, actually. Something must have brought me to it.
The Vanderpump series.
No, because I didn't know about Vanderpump Rules.
Oh, okay.
I did not know about Vanderpump Rules till I think season 3. Like, I mean, I went in and I binged Beverly Hills. So, like, I flew through that to get up to date on it.
Yeah.
I don't know what got me into it. Did Netflix bring on a season? I feel like Netflix brought a season on, and then I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Because then I got Hey You because and that's how I started watching everything. Yes. I think it was Netflix. But Lisa Vanderpump, I fell in love with straight away, and Camille Grammer because I was fascinated with her
insanity.
Yeah, and her insanity and her delusion. Complete delusion. Like, I will never forget her in that last episode in that
where she was dancing
with the red dress. No, the dancing was with Kelsey when the marriage was clearly over. He clearly didn't want her. He was clearly done with her, and she was dancing and telling him, "I love you," and all of this. This was before even the reunion. It was the opening of his Broadway show or something.
I don't even remember all of this. Okay, remember, I watched this when it released. So, literally going on, 13, 14 years ago?
Oh, you were OG.
I'm OG. I watched OC, as in Orange County, from episode 1, and I watched Beverly Hills from episode 1, as well as New Jersey from episode 1. Like, I was a
Oh,
Real
okay.
Housewives stan. Like,
Oh, okay.
from the day it came, because I used to watch that one. It was Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and that Britney girl, Britney. There was another series, like it was like in the life of, like, you know, like Sweet Life, and
All right. Okay.
you know, like the Paris Hilton era.
Okay.
So like I was very big into like reality
okay.
series.
Okay.
So for me, I actually fell in love with Kyle Richards.
So she was who got you.
Oh,
Yeah.
she is in my top 5. She always will be.
Kyle, I
No.
love. Well, look, that was season 1. That was Lisa Vanderpump and Adrian Malouf and all
Oh,
of those,
loved
and
her.
Taylor Armstrong and
Go
all
wash
that
her whole
drama.
chicken.
Did you just put soap on that chicken? Yeah. Why?
Did you do that?
That's how you wash chicken. And it's so funny because Lisa's face is like, Google that if you've never seen it on YouTube, please.
Yes.
Just Lisa Vanderpump and chicken.
Yes.
That's all. Like, and she was like, listen here, if you ever got salmonella. It's like, Adrian, please. Are you fucking kidding me?
That lady's never cooked a
Talk
meal in her
about
life.
entitled. And I never took to Adrian. Never took to her.
I enjoyed
I liked
her.
the boss lady vibes, but
Yeah.
I thought the way she treated her husband was shit.
I agree, but her husband Paul was so fucking stupid.
I like him. I like Paul.
He's just a dork.
Do you know him and Terry DeBro have? I never knew
Yes,
that.
botched.
Yeah, botched.
Oh my god, I love
But
that
Terry wasn't
series.
always botched. It wasn't always Terry with him.
Terry, no. So, if you listen to the Twats, 2 T's in a Pod,
Podcast, yeah.
you must listen to the one with the 2 husbands, the Ed's show,
Two Eddies, yeah.
and listen to the Terry DeBro interview.
You said he was on it.
So what actually happened was Heather Dubrow, Terry had a show called The Swan Dive or something like that, and he was on that.
Okay.
And then he went to what's his name, King, Carlos King. That's the big producer of the Bravo shows.
Okay.
I said, I want to do a show.
Right.
And he was like, actually, no, we're looking for wives at the moment. Get your wife to do the show, and then we'll get you a show.
Oh, and that's how it
And that's how it happened. And Heather didn't actually want to do the show, by the way. This is now
we're
Orange
jumping on now.
County,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, we'll come back.
Yes,
come back. Yeah.
This is us squirreling around.
Yeah.
And that's how she got onto it, and that's how his show Botch got done.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Real Housewives, the evolution of Beverly Hills to me was brilliant.
Yeah.
Where Kyle started and where Kyle is now. Yeah, I love Kyle.
Yeah.
You just have to love Kyle. If
yeah.
you're a Real Housewives OG, you gotta love Kyle. She has been, like, even with all that shit with her sisters and with everything, she's such a rock of sense, but a fucking wicked sense of humor at the same.
God, she's hilarious.
And as a mum, I just think, wow.
I think that's why I love her so much, because I see her being a businesswoman, and she's maybe not a businesswoman because she wasn't running massive businesses at that time. She's obviously got her clothing stores and things like that.
Yeah.
But to see her being able to be a good wife, a good mom.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's what makes a woman.
No.
But I used to love watching her with her 4 daughters.
Especially the little one when she was small.
Portia.
Yeah, Portia. She was incredible about her.
Loved it.
Yeah, and even her, like, whatever's going on with her and Mauricio now, but I like that. To me still is like a successful marriage, because
100%.
they had a killer relationship. Whatever happened, whatever, I think Kyle, like Manny, changed. I think when she lost her best friend, and all the shit with Kathy and COVID, I think a lot changed with her.
I think she reassessed her life.
Yeah, and like giving up drink. And I can relate to that, because I genuinely feel COVID changed me so much. And like anyone who knows me pre-COVID would tell you that I have changed an awful lot. So I can relate to that.
Yeah.
The weight, everything, it was like she was reborn.
Yeah.
You know,
she found herself, I think. And you don't realize being a mom for so many years.
Yeah.
Being a wife for so many years.
Putting everyone else ahead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it was. I think she realized when her friend passed that not everything is as perfect as we put it
And
out
like
there to be.
Mauricio was with Rick Hilton
Yeah,
and then started the agency from nothing. And look at
still
it now,
amazing.
multi
I
fucking
think
billion
they've got
dollar,
like
million
1,000
dollar, whatever.
offices now.
Yeah.
Something stupid like that.
I think they sell properties in Ireland.
I would not be
Yeah,
surprised.
yeah. I
I
think
would
there's
move for that,
there.
man.
So would I any day of the week. If I lived in America, I would 100% be a real estate agent. That
God,
would be
yeah.
my job.
Oh.
100%. That is like
I
my
would be
ultimate
so
sales
sad
job.
all the time because I would want one of those houses.
Bitch, we'd make sure we're in one of those houses. But I think that's what fascinated me about as well the housewives is the luxury, the life, because you do. I mean, okay, is it shallow? Is it like, are you going to learn anything, about life, anything profound? No. But then, in saying that, there's been a lot of things that have been brought to attention,
Yeah, of
like
course.
LGBTQ issues,
100%.
mental health issues,
Yep.
reproduction, female health, like
Yeah.
men's health. So, yeah, like I know people say it's mindless, shit, boring reality
what?
TV. Yeah, exactly.
It's
I agree.
our escape.
Yeah,
It's a time to
exactly.
like unwind. I know it sounds so silly, but my daughter loves cuddling, and so does my son, cuddling up on the bed with me.
While you have it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? Often, like, I'll doom scroll when I'm watching TV.
Yeah.
I don't do that when I'm watching my Real
I don't
Housewives
either.
because I'm just, it's not my
You're
problem.
invested. Yeah. It's like you're switching on.
I'm switching off my own problems because I'm a mom, I'm a businesswoman, I'm a wife, I'm the freaking pet mom that cleans the cat litter box every night.
It's nice to take all those hats
just,
off and get
yeah,
on the
climb into
couch or
bed.
into bed
Yeah.
and just switch off and go
Yeah.
into that little universe.
100%.
And I think that's what it brought me to it with COVID that time. It
Yeah.
was like, that was my little escape.
Because it's so not real life. Even though it's
it
their
is to
real
them, but
life,
it's not to us. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, and they'll also say this: the fourth wall. It's their real life, but are they actually going to react like that in real life? Like, good God, if we behaved like that in real life, it would be a bit embarrassing.
Some of it, yeah.
But the extent
you see,
of it-
Americans, and I'm sorry to say this, are dramatic by nature.
They
are
rather
naturally
explosive
dramatic. They
at
are for
points.
sure. Like, 'cause if you look at Lisa Vanderpump,
Yeah.
have you any vision in your head of Lisa Vanderpump exploding, as in losing her shit?
No, just
No.
Ken going, goodbye, Kyle.
Goodbye, Kyle.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That actually was brilliant. Yeah.
And like that's the
Yeah.
English way. They wouldn't be
They're more
that,
stoic.
yeah, exactly. So because like Lisa's been there in the ones with like fucking Lisa Rinna and Kim with all that shit. My husband's name and smash. Don't you ever just going to grab her throat, and she's been there for that. She's been there for like, were you doing coke in the bathroom? She's
Do you
been
remember
there for
when
that.
Brandy slapped her?
I felt so sorry for her. That was Brandy is car crash TV, but car crash TV you just can't not watch.
And we love her.
Yeah.
We do love Brandy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, Brandy is a queen, but
Yeah, Brandy she's like one of the ultimate villains that you just love to hate,
she's one of the few villains that I love to hate. Like,
Yeah.
I never got behind Leah McSweeney. She was on New York. When you watch it, you'll get it. But
she, like, I mean, yeah.
I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it. Okay,
She is. She's
get
pushing
it on
it.
our side, guys.
Yeah, she like wow.
I'm trying to think of like brilliant villains.
Like Brandy was brilliant.
She was cute. She got away
and she
with
had
it.
her moments too.
Of course,
when she showed her vulnerability, you see, you'd like her.
And I think the fact that Lisa was so stoic and Brandy was so loose, and I don't mean that in a sexual way. I mean she was just so like loose
free
about
with her life and her
and
words
everything,
and everything.
marrying the two together. It was just perfect TV.
But it was funny how, like, in fairness, Lisa went to bat for her when no one did, and then
100%.
Brandy flipped.
Yeah, but Brandy's flipped on everyone. I
Yeah.
don't know if you've seen like
Yeah.
the news at the moment with like Bravo and like Andy Cohen, and she was suing and
Yes,
everything.
that's right. Yeah,
And
yeah,
that,
yeah.
like,
You see,
kills
she
me
was trying to
because,
stay relevant.
but that kills me because I'm sorry, Andy Cohen to me, he's given them all jobs.
Andy
and
Cohen is
that's
yeah,
for them. I mean,
he is.
Tamara
Yeah,
will call
and
them
he is
at any
taking
time.
some shit.
Exactly.
He is taking some shit in
And
them reunions as well. Like fuck
Exactly.
you, Andy, and
Tamara.
you know what I mean. Like he's taken a lot. That time Teresa Giudice nearly took him out going for what was her face.
Yes, and she
Yeah.
stood up.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know? So Beverly Hills top 5 favorite housewives from ever.
From
Beverly
ever?
Hills. Yeah,
Or
yeah.
from Beverly Hills.
From Beverly Hills. Full stop. That
Okay, so
are
number
either
one-
filming or not filming anymore.
So number one will always be Carl Richards for me.
Okay.
Lisa Vanderpump.
Mm-hmm.
Erica Jane.
My girl.
Who else? I'm trying to think. Oh God, you've put me on the spot here. Sorry.
I really have, haven't I?
Lisa Rinna. Did I say Lisa?
No.
Lisa Rinna. And
One
Erica
more.
Jane.
You said Erica.
Did I say Erica Jane?
Yeah. You love Teddy.
Oh my God. Teddy, I'm so sorry. I forgot you.
Forgot about Teddy.
I'm obsessed with Teddy's podcast, and I listen to Teddy and Tamara's podcast.
You do. You
because
are such a yeah.
I loved Teddy so much on that show. Like, I will never forget that Provence episode where they went to Provence. Kyle, Erica, Lisa Rinna, and Teddy was doing, and Kyle did the impression of Teddy on the off the horse,
Pulling up the pants. Oh my God.
with the hats and everything.
Teddy was such girl
And-
next door. She was like a fish out of
I
water.
just loved the fact that she was so just there and she was so unapologetically herself. And I listened to her on the podcast today and I still freaking love her.
I think in the first season she didn't know who or what she was really in it. She didn't.
idea.
And like she somehow put herself up like for I don't know, public enemy number 1 with Erica. And of course I rooted so hard for Erica that I was kind of like,
Yeah.
fuck off, Teddy.
I struggled with Erica in the beginning. I've fallen more in love with her.
I never struggled with her, even though she looked like the cliched gold digger marrying the older guy. I never saw that with her.
So
Yeah.
for me,
Well, in fairness, 13 years versus whatever. But you know, like I mean, they had a successful marriage.
Yeah.
You know, like when you see all the shit that went on with Tom, like she put up with a lot of shit.
She was a damn good
and
wife.
you saw some of the clips of
Oh
him.
God, yeah,
on-
talking
yeah,
down to her at the
Yeah,
lunches
yeah,
and dinners
and like she
things
has a son who's a cop. She's not a
Yeah.
fucking idiot, like you know.
No.
No, my top 5, Vanderpump. I mean,
She
I
is.
want to be her when I grow up. I can see me and Connor
With your swans.
with 100%. And
And swans and geese.
the time that they brought that swan to the vet. Oh my God, that was such a
What
tough
was the-
journey.
Pokey, no?
Uh,
Rosé.
no, Hanky and Panky.
Hanky and Panky. So
Yeah.
the horses were rosé. And
Yeah, and all the animals and the dogs, the Vanderpump
love-
dogs. Lisa for life, forever. You
I
are my
feel you.
queen. You are my number 1 of all universes. Then I would go Kyle. So
Yes.
I flip with you there. I then go Erica Jane.
Yeah.
Then I will probably go. Trying to think because it's
Not
Beverly Hills.
Lisa.
Lisa Rinna. I'm just not a Teddy fan, so I can't go for Teddy. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to think who else.
I feel like
Not Brandy. No.
don't you dare say Kim Richards.
No.
Thank
no.
God. And don't
no,
you dare say
no.
Denise Rich.
No,
what's-
Denise Richards.
Oh.
Yeah, no. I'm trying to
She
think.
ruined that series for me at one point. Elaine was great.
Who?
Elaine? No?
Eileen.
Eileen.
No, Elaine was great. So great, we can't remember her name. I don't think I have a 5th one.
I
Fuck.
don't think you need one.
Yeah, I
What
don't
was
think
the-
I have a 5th one.
I wasn't a big fan of Crystal.
Who? Oh, she's still in it, isn't she? Oh no,
No,
she's gone.
she's gone.
Yeah, because
Thank God.
the Anne-Marie took it over.
She was even
Not a
worse.
Garcelle fan. I think Garcelle would cause a problem
I
in an
thought-
empty room.
I forgot about Garcelle and Sutton. I enjoy
Well, actually, I
Sutton.
want to throw Sutton in as my number 5. So, Name him. I named you.
Mum.
I named you, Sutton. I'm throwing Sutton in. I like Sutton. She's nothing if not consistently, absolutely off her ball. I love it. I love it.
I actually do like Sutton. I
I
won't
love the
lie.
quirkiness
And
of
and
her.
the kitten jerseys I would rock. So
Yeah. No, Sutton. Sutton is actually underrated.
she
She
is.
is.
She's mad.
Garcelle, I'm just not a Garcelle fan. Garcelle is way too fucking serious.
The whole
Girl,
thing,
just let your hair
yeah.
down.
I enjoy Garcelle, and then I fall out of love with Garcelle.
No.
Like I can't get behind her. I just feel like there's always an agenda.
I like that she stands up for Sutton.
Oh,
I
brilliant.
like that. I'll give her
do
that.
as well.
And I have to say, Kathy Hilton is just. I mean, you have to just give her an outstanding achievement award as a friend or whatever you want to call her, because bloody hell. I mean, who's hunky dory?
Homeless, not toothless. Toothless, not homeless.
Like, I have never seen a woman that is so, like, I mean, Paris Hilton, the apple does not fall far from the tree.
But have you actually
But
watched?
how fucking clever are they, though? Like,
Insane
I mean,
intelligent.
like, I mean,
Kathy is ditzy.
Ditzy isn't the word.
She's so like unapologetically just not there, and she just doesn't care. She's got so
doesn't
much
give a
money that she
flying
doesn't give a
fuck.
fuck.
But she's not a snob. There's,
No, she's
but
just
she like, I mean, arriving to places in her pajamas and her slippers, like,
in South
she doesn't give
Africa.
a shit.
In South Africa, in Afrikaans, we would say she's dierie kak. It's just like
Dierie cock.
dierie kak.
Dierie cock.
It just
All I
means
can hear
like
is cock.
air brain. It's just
Yeah, she is
flittering
airbrained.
about. Like you feel,
But
you feel
yet,
like dierie kak.
we saw how bad she got on that season with Kyle.
That broke my heart.
Same. So there's bad Kathy and there's good Kathy,
Yeah.
you know, and bad Kathy definitely.
I'd be scared of bad Kathy.
I would be too, and I can understand why Kyle probably had
I believe
whatever she
Lisa
had
Rinna.
there. Huh?
I believe Lisa Rinna.
So do I,
from
100%.
the-
100%. Yeah.
Without a doubt.
I 100%. What was it? Kathy said that time, you're the biggest bully in Hollywood. Do you remember? I'm like, nah.
No,
I have the biggest lips in Hollywood.
I love
but
those lips.
Those lips are fucking sensational.
Have you seen Lisa Rinna's life since she's left Beverly Hills?
I still follow her on
follow
Instagram.
her.
So, like, did you see the Irish influencer
Yes.
randomly catching her?
You sent it to me.
Oh yeah, because I follow him,
Oh my
Rob,
God.
and the story was up, I'd say 5 minutes when
Yeah.
I saw it, and I was
got
like, I
notification
couldn't
from
believe
the
that
website.
I actually got the tea, and I got the tea quick.
I was so impressed.
I was like, oh my God.
We almost got in the car to go and see
To
if
Dublin.
we could find
Yeah,
Lisa Rinna
to
in Dublin.
And I so would have, and it was so lovely to see her and Harry holding
I
hands.
know.
Harry Hamlin, like, he's just lovely, isn't he? He's so handsome.
He is handsome.
Oh, he is, and their
He
kids
was
are just beautiful.
Man of the Year, not a couple of years, quite a few years ago.
He's
Man
a
of the
sexy
Year.
man.
He is
He's a
gorgeous.
sexy man.
And his sauce.
His sauce. Well, I'm sure that's pretty good too, but I haven't tried his sauce. So I went straight from Beverly Hills to New Jersey. Let's talk about Jersey.
I am a Teresa stan. I am a, what do they call them? Tree stumps. I will always be
Why
a
are you
Teresa.
called a tree stump?
Tree stump.
Is that what they call
They call
Teresa
it
True
Teresa.
Days fans?
Yeah. I will always be a Teresa fan. I'm sorry. I grew up with Teresa. She rides or dies for her family. She is the most amazing mother.
Oh, 100%.
She- and you know what? I get where she comes from, like with people, like with her brother and stuff. Like, I get that they fought a lot and things like that, but I can understand her frustration with her sister-in-law trying to take her thunder.
And see, this is where we disagree, guys.
100%.
Yeah, because I'm Team Melissa.
I will always love Melissa. I've enjoyed her because obviously I grew up with the whole series. I watched from the very beginning, but you must also remember I watched it as an episode a week for week. So I grew up with it. I didn't see
In
it
real
all.
time.
Yeah, I grew
Yeah.
up with it. I saw it slowly unfolding. So I saw the pressure building. I saw the pain that the families went through.
Yeah.
So for me, it was very difficult. And I saw the pain.
Okay.
It's very different, like when you smash it all together and you go through those emotions
Funnily
quickly and
enough,
like
yeah,
this.
I get that. I
But
do get that.
watching that
In
like
real
10
time, it's a different
ultimate,
way.
like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and for me, it was that's what it was. And I watched Teresa
I can
and what
appreciate
she
that.
went
Yeah.
through for her family.
Yeah.
I will never not love Teresa. And I believe she overreacts with everything.
Yeah.
But it's because she believes so deeply in something.
Yeah.
That's just me.
No, it's not that I'm against Teresa. I actually like Teresa Giudice. I do. I just can't stand Louis. And Teresa, for me, Teresa hits when she hits, she hits. She's like a gunslinger. Like
Yeah.
she goes for the jugular.
Yeah.
And look, that's fair enough. I get that. And I just think the New Jersey comes out in
Yeah.
her way more than like look.
Melissa does it as well.
Oh, 100%. Oh,
But the thing is,
100%.
like,
The
I
two of
think
them.
because Melissa's got more of a cutesy, like, oh, I'm innocent look, it goes over her a lot
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah.
Teresa's got a woman's look. She
Yeah.
looks like, oh, well, the adults in the room's acting like a child. No, they're both acting like children.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
both being bitchy and they're both
Oh,
being
yeah.
mean,
100%.
and they're both turning their kids against their
You see, I
things.
think Teresa with Twitter is dangerous, more dangerous. She fires, she goes for the jugular with.
I never
with
followed
Twitter.
anything.
I didn't. I did and I didn't. As in, I don't follow it now. I actually have Twitter delete or X or whatever the fuck you call it now.
Twitter.
But like when I saw her comments, they're really nasty.
Yeah.
And brought in the kids and stuff like that. But I think what she put up with Joe Judice and going to prison and all that was difficult. That looked hard. It broke my heart for her children watching that. Especially Adriana, isn't it? Wasn't she the youngest?
Adriana.
She was so little, like when she went to jail. It was very small, like, and that was fucking rough, like it was, you know. And
I remember when she had her baby, like in the first season, like that she had that new baby.
I felt New Jersey was one of the ones. So New Jersey, Atlanta, and Beverly Hills are like the three OG ones that I have, that I went all the way back to the start. New Jersey was, I felt very committed to Jersey, very quick. Like the Menzos and, you know, all of that, like Caroline Menzo and exactly. And I loved the family dynamic with it and all of that.
Everything was just so family based.
It was. Like New Jersey has lost that.
It has. Like you'll see like in the original seasons, like you'll see Dolores and you'll see like the
That's right, yeah. Dolores is my queen. And the fact that she is an Irish boy now is just even better. Yeah.
I've said my daughter is to marry an Irish lad now. So.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, it was much more of a family kind of whatever. But I loved their blow ups. I did. I have to say, I fucking loved their blow ups.
The therapy session and the two Joes started wrestling each other, and the black was. What is this? What is this?
The hair
dye.
dye.
Just the hair dye.
And you see, I feel Melissa is like trying to juggle. I'd say Joe is a difficult young lad.
Which Joe?
Joe, or Teresa's brother.
Yes.
So like, do you even remember the christening?
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't like that. That's why I
he
never
did. The way he was that day was trashy.
It was fuck on Teresa.
Yeah. It was trashy as hell.
That's what I think. That's why I never just fell in love with them. Like I do love them. I'm not gonna lie.
Who's that one that I can't stand? The blonde one that comes in every so often causing war. Kim. Yeah.
Kim or Danielle.
Oh no, Danielle Staub or Staub, as I call Stub my toe. I don't even rate her.
Kim.
Do you remember that Kim one? She was a dangerous one. That's
the one with the big lips or the old lady one.
No, I'm not talking about Kim in Atlanta.
No, I know. We're talking about
the old lady Kim.
There's two Kims in there. There's Kim D and
Kim. Yeah. No,
the one that owned the store.
The one that owned the store, the tall one. Do you remember her? All the drama with her and Teresa. And then trying to set up Melissa, Melissa cheated. Like that was insane shit. That was like ludicrous.
But that's like OG.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that was really
nonsense.
like, yeah.
It was insanity.
Yeah, it was. That where it is now, I absolutely have fell out of love with it in so many ways, but at the same time I feel like I'm clinging to
Yeah.
something to come back. Because they're
100%.
rechanging that, aren't they?
Well, they've put it on pause.
I need some Coke. There's a lot of Dubai.
We'll
We'll get to that
get
here.
that now. But yes, they've put it on pause. Jennifer Aiden posted something recently saying that I'll be back or I'm back or whatever the
Jennifer Aiden needs to stay wherever she's
Jennifer
gone.
Aiden needs to bugger off. And I used to be a Jennifer Aiden stan.
No, I never was.
I loved her. Like she
Never was.
And I love her husband. I think he's an idiot, but I do adore him.
Yeah, I like him. What's his name?
Bill.
Bill.
Yeah.
Jim.
Close enough.
The house husbands are hard to keep into.
know.
I think they
know
need to
them.
do a season of the Real House Husbands of the
New
franchise.
Jersey. No,
Of just the franchise.
oh my God,
Yeah.
no, just Jersey. Dude.
Oh,
Who else would you bring in? From other franchises, who else would you bring
the
in?
OC. That'd be funny.
Who? Like Eddie. That's it. Eddie and Shane.
And I bring. Oh yeah, I
It's
suppose.
just Eddie
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Shane.
yeah. That's true. Atlanta. Yeah, there's a few in
I haven't seen
Atlanta.
that one yet.
Okay,
I
we'll
am
come
doing
back.
this,
Yeah,
I promise.
I'm not allowed to talk about that today. But
Oh,
Candy, you know I got you, and
I know Candy.
yeah, Candy is just
And,
class.
Cynthia
Bailey is queen.
That-
Queen.
Obviously, we know that from I first learned about Cynthia in the vacation one. Vacation.
Oh, Ultimate Girls
Love.
Trip. Yeah,
Loved
they're
her.
good shows. Yeah,
Thank God she was gorgeous.
yeah, she is.
And
She's
that's what,
beautiful.
Like,
yeah,
threw me
inside
in on
and out.
her.
Yeah,
So
and that actually fucked up her and Kenya's relationship. Her and Kenya were
they're
ride
back
or die.
together, aren't they?
Yeah, but I don't think they've come back as close as they were. Like they were ride or die. You'll see that.
Yes.
But Jersey, like, okay, so if it's coming back next season, who would you want there? That's there now.
Do you want me to be honest?
Yeah.
Teresa, Dolores. I don't like the new girls. I know you don't like the fact that I don't. I know.
I'm not a huge Rachel. No, I like
I
Rachel.
don't like Danielle.
I love
She's
Danielle.
so tacky.
Danielle, I fucking love
Danielle
you.
is
You
so
are.
tacky.
I'm here for it. I am here for the tackiness of it all.
I think we need to bring back some OGs. I think we need Jackie Larita. I think we need the Menzas back.
I think we need a Menzo. I'm not sure about Jacqueline. I'm just not sure about her.
Jacqueline and Teresa. I think they
That dynamic,
Oh my
yeah,
God,
yeah,
it's-
yeah.
Who else is on New Jersey at the moment? I wouldn't bring Melissa back. I don't think the series needs Melissa.
Margaret.
Oh, I don't know. Margaret's been so toxic.
I
now.
love Margaret.
Margaret's
I
been-
love the way she talks. I just love it.
She's become so toxic. Oh, Jane Fessler. Bring her back in a heartbeat. That woman is phenomenal.
Jen is brilliant TV
She's
and a standout
I love
new
it.
person.
Jackie Goldschneider.
Jackie, fuck off. No. Jackie was an absolute mess this
She
year.
was a mess,
Okay,
but
yeah,
I
she
think-
went.
I
Look,
think that was a mental health thing. I don't
that's
think
that's fine. You know how I feel about
Yes,
mental
I
health.
know.
That's not an excuse to be a dick. And at the end of the day, Margaret and Melissa were her ride or dies and stood up for her so much, and she literally stuck her middle finger up both their asses and ran to Teresa.
I know, but
No, loyalty is everything to me.
I am a bit, but I don't know. I'm just Margaret's like. I used to love Margaret.
I
I
love
used to love Margaret, but she's just. First of all, there's too much plastic going on here.
It's so much the mouth. It's the mouth. Woo child.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Well,
not.
girl,
Yeah,
I don't know who you are.
yeah, but fuck it,
Although
she still
I
looks
say
great.
all of this, but I promise you now, when I hit like 50, I'm going to do all of it anyway. So I'm right there. Send me your doctor's number. I'm good.
No, I am Margaret
But
all the way. I
I
love
do
her.
enjoy it, but she just got so toxic the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. This is the worst thing about having guests on. You have to let them. Lads, I know I'm playing with my shirt a lot. It's just I'm kind of trying to see whether I like it or not
Have it
because
open in your safety.
I'm debuting it today, so I'm just trying to decide. So don't mind me playing with this. Yeah, I'm like, do I want it open? Do I not?
No, you're cute.
Jen Fessler is incredible.
I love Jane Fessler.
Yeah.
Like, I could actually watch a show with just Jen Fessler
Yeah,
because I think
she's
she's
good.
hilarious.
She's good, yeah.
So honestly, Teresa, Jen
Teresa,
Fessler, Dolores, Jackie Larita, and what's Manzo's name? Caroline Manzo. And I wouldn't mind bringing back the two cousins.
I loved the cousins,
What
and
was,
I can't think of their names.
something with the C.
Kathy,
Kathy.
anyway, and
The sister.
the sister.
I think her sister is
Her
the
dynamic
hilarious.
with Joe,
I love them.
with Joe
Judas, yeah.
was fucking brilliant.
I wish we could have
She
like a
was
reboot
brilliant.
of the old cast, and it was so family based back then, and I
Yeah.
think it would kill it.
I don't know if the whole family thing would work. I think you need the friendships in it a bit.
Yeah, we could bring
Dolores is
like
class.
that's where like Dolores, because she
Yeah.
isn't actually family; she's become family
Yeah,
because of the long
yeah.
standing.
How long she knows the
But,
yeah. It must be hard for her
Faith-
watching Teresa and her brother. Do you know what I mean?
Kat?
Dolores, because she's watched it all the
like
the
how
time.
I keep saying I watch Twats a lot or listen to Twats a lot, two T's in a pod. I love it. And I was literally just watching the interview now with Dolores, and she always says, it kills her because
She's
they
Switzerland.
literally like her family. It's like her brother and sister, and she honestly says she doesn't see them ever coming back together, and actually it's sad. And
It is.
I don't know why they can't find that common ground, and I understand because Teresa doesn't trust Melissa.
And Melissa doesn't trust Teresa.
Exactly. And they both, fair play to them, they both have their reasons for it.
And they're both great mothers. They're both brilliant at their family.
And brilliant wives.
I think they're both very strong women. But
I just don't understand.
no, I don't know. I'm not a Louis fan. I know we disagree on that. And Louis seems to have...
I'm struggling with Louis this season, but last season, like when I watched it, their dynamic, the way
he adores her.
I felt a little bit not love bombing or whatever these new fucking words are, but I did enjoy the way he rebuilt Teresa and gave her that light. This season, I struggled with Louis because I saw the way he was very aggressive, maybe not towards her, but about his feelings.
Yeah,
if we are having a closed discussion behind doors, like, wouldn't you be aggressive like that with your husband as well? And I'm not saying aggressive to your husband, but talking passionately about something. Maybe not to that group.
I just feel
it was too much.
Yeah.
It was way too much.
And I feel like
I don't like the wishing bad on someone.
No.
And my husband and I have had these discussions before, like
especially a grown man with a child that has
special needs.
Like he knows what trouble can be.
My husband has said to me before, I wish they would just die. And I always say to my husband, I'm like, you don't, because if that ever happens,
something like that,
he's like, you're 100% right, obviously. And it's like in the throes of saying something, so I want to give him that benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
but I don't know, because he was actually the one that took out the restraining order against his ex.
Apparently, yeah.
So maybe he just attracts nut jobs, and it
maybe
doesn't help that he's red in the face all the time.
Oh, the face is just—he always looks like he's like holding in a fart or something. It's insane. Yeah, I couldn't be with someone that pretty, as in that red and that silk looking skin.
I do want? I just want to give him some concealer and a little bit of green base, so we can.
Do you know what I want? I want him to just go down to the bog and foot some turf.
Yeah,
and get dirty.
just
get dirty. That's what I think he needs. So a top 5 jersey.
Teresa.
Top 3. Let's do top 3.
Teresa, Dolores, and probably Jackie Larita.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I've always loved her. She's always held, I think it was because of her son Nicholas.
That was lovely to watch, and I did like her.
How good was her boy?
Yeah, she was. Yeah. Is she still with her husband?
She is with Chris.
And how about the daughter? What's the story with her? Danielle, wasn't it?
No, Lauren. She's married and has
Very
her own
good.
children.
So she has her shit together. She was kind of wild, wasn't she?
She was a wild.
I'm Dolores number 1.
Yeah.
I am probably Margaret Joseph's number 2.
I would have said that a couple of years ago, so I understand
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And I love Danielle.
Oh, I can't.
I love Danielle. I love her. She's just so bougie. I love it.
She's not bougie. She's trashy.
She's not
I feel
trashy.
like she came from a trailer park.
And so what if she did?
I don't mind the trailer park, but it's just so ingrained in her.
I like Rachel Fuda. I do actually,
No,
but I forget
I
about her.
can't.
So no, I do like her as a stepmom, as a mum, and with her
she's a
kids,
good
with
person.
stuff with her kids. Very
But she's
good.
just so like.
But such a beautiful girl. Pity you did all that to your face. You're too young.
nose
Too young.
was-
Too young.
Even that, like, that didn't faze me. I just
Jennifer
can't.
Aiden she's
I think Faisler needs to become a housewife.
oh,
She
100%.
needs
Yeah,
to
yeah,
hold
yeah. What does Jersey hold?
their hips.
Oh, yeah. the hips. Did you see the way she said that?
Hips.
So, right. So that's Jersey unlocked. So, we're only doing 3 because we've only 3 full ones that we can talk about. OC. So, oh yeah. So Dubai is new, and Dubai is apparently on pause, and I'm going to be tagging the shit out of this if this is true. We'll actually fly through Dubai now and finish on the OC. Yeah. So you told me about Dubai a while back. So I said, right, I give it a go. There's only 2 episodes of it.
2 seasons.
Or 2 seasons. Yeah. I was like, oh, I don't know. But I said, fuck it, I give it a go. Threw it on, and this girl, Cheyenne, or Ian Chanel, Chanel Ian, oh my God, comes loud and proud onto the screen. And I was like, who is this bitch that is so in? I was like this over the top black model that thinks she's like just the bee's knees, and oh my God, just Big Bird vibe. And like, yeah.
My husband said that to me.
Yeah,
Big
and
Bird.
I was like, I'm going to hate this woman. Fast forward the end of the season 2, she is one of my favorite housewives of all times. Dubai is incredible.
I can give you my top 3 immediately.
Go.
Caroline Stanbury, Ian, Chanel Ian, and Celine.
You see, I'm Sarah.
Those 3.
So we both agree, Caroline Stanbury. And can we just have a moment, because this sickens her whole.
I was upset.
And Caroline, I'm really hoping this is going to play on Instagram. So of course, I fell in love with Caroline instantly from season 1. I was like, this chick. There's the Lisa Vanderpump bang off her, and just says it as it is, and I love it. Oh my God, like exquisite.
And your sugar baby.
Whatever, like even them saying that she had work done this year. Whatever work she's done, I need to know who that surgeon is, because Jesus Christ, that.
I want to age like that.
So anyway, I was putting up on Instagram the other night about, I was after finishing watching the reunion of season 2, and I said Chanel and Caroline, these 2 queens are the duo I never knew I needed in my life, or something like that. And Caroline,
you bitch,
you darling, you put that on your story, and you mentioned me in your story. I
was so jealous.
And she gave me a heart. And then, of course, I put up then, when the Queen mentions you in her story. And I was like, yes, I'm fucking 40 and I am fangirling, no shame, I don't care. And she wrote back, yay, or something like that to me. Yes, yeah.
Oh my God.
Hey, I think it was, she went, hey. So Caroline,
I do love you guys.
Much love.
How do the kids do it?
Isn't that it?
No. That's old now. The kids do this.
I'm old now.
Like what? That.
The fuck is that meant to be?
Kids do that now.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, my daughter does that to me.
She's 8 years younger than me, so you know. So Caroline, Dubai. Dubai is one of the most spectacular shows I have ever watched, because it feels extremely authentic. None of it feels fucking scripted.
Season 1 I struggled. because you could see there was no real friendships there. There was friendships,
Foreman.
obviously,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Lisa and Brooks and all of them. There was that friendship, but the thing is, it wasn't like a deep-rooted friendship.
No.
It's not like Beverly Hills and things like that.
Yeah.
So season 1, I struggled a little bit, and I will refer again to it, twats, is that
She's not getting paid for every time she mentions twats, I swear.
but it's one of my faves. Is that they, where the fuck was I going with this? Oh, they were calling Dubai because everyone was so bored with the first season, and I struggled through the first season.
I did not.
Struggled through the first season because once again I watched it episode week for week. You binged it, so you could get through it quickly.
This is true.
Season 2, there were not enough episodes. Talene,
No, there was
and
not.
Vagina Gate, and
That was hilarious. Talene is class. Talene is brilliant. Talene is brilliant. Yeah.
A first season housewife out of the gate like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
She is sexy as fuck.
Yeah. She is hot.
She is
gorgeous,
hot. And
yeah.
her husband and those kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Chanel,
Insane.
like dealing with like the sexual abuse and the
sexual mutilation.
the sexual mutilation
yeah.
and things like that. And I can understand that coming from Africa.
You're familiar with that.
But
Yeah.
Coming from Africa, we understand that because
Yeah.
it happens within the cultures.
And
of our
when
people.
Chanel mentioned that in the first series, I think, I don't mean this in a mean way that it saved the series,
Yeah.
but I think it woke
It
people
is-
up to that she's not just this larger than life character, you know, and like that there's nothing in her.
Yeah.
Like she has come from serious shit, serious trauma.
She didn't just grow up with money. And
Her
things
telling that story about the mutilation, the, what is it called? The female circumcision.
Yeah.
That was traumatic.
It's not normal that it happens, but it is a normal thing within the cultures there in Africa.
It's
so
insane.
when she was speaking about that, I understood the conversation.
Whereas I actually was, that's, I think, one of the first times a housewife franchise has genuinely had me pretty much in tears.
Yeah.
I was traumatized for her.
She humanized herself.
Oh,
that's the word that
she
did.
did.
She humanized herself.
She wasn't a caricature anymore.
Exactly.
And you can nearly understand why she is the way she is.
Yes, 100%, because it's trauma based.
100%.
It's trauma based. I mean, I laugh in uncomfortable situations because that's my trauma based reaction.
Yeah,
we've all got it.
We've all got that.
She's got that.
Yeah.
She masks.
Yeah.
She's a brilliant masker. She will cover it up with the clothing. And I think maybe that's why I love her so much, is because I've had a lot of
You can kind of relate to that. Yeah.
And I'm masked.
And her love of fashion, your love of fashion. Yeah.
And I think that's why I fell in love with her so much. And I struggled with her in the first season.
I did as well, right up until that. And even that dinner with Caroline, when Caroline was like, I can't stand this one. And Caroline, I love you. But like, Chanel's reaction to that was like, I mean, it made so much sense once you said that.
And
I was like, wow.
Season 2, and you walk into that season of the trust with Lisa and her about the text message. Even when you watch the whole reunion and Lisa's like, you never told me that you were going to send the text. And Andy's like, we've got B-roll of this.
Yeah, yeah.
And I understand the trauma of Chanel feeling upset about you don't trust me.
Yeah, yeah.
And I fell in love with Chanel and Caroline's relationship.
Yeah.
The way it blossomed and grew. And I think the fact
you saw the respect coming naturally.
They grew
it. Yeah. Nurtured. It was like, everyone fuck off and let us figure this out ourselves. And once they did, it was like, because they have so much in common, actually.
I feel like they'll be friends for life.
So do I. And I hope they will be, because I think they're brilliant together.
I fell in love with their relationship. And seeing Talene like step into that friendship, it didn't feel like a third wheel.
No,
it felt like authentic three-way friendship.
Yeah,
and you just told me that they've been put on pause.
Yeah, it does, and I'm going to be tagging Bravo, Andy Cohen, everyone I fucking can, and I love the way I'm saying it. Like, I'm going to make a fucking difference. Obviously, I'm not. But serious, Daddy,
Daddy.
Please get Dubai back on. That cannot stay on pause. Brooks is a villain that, again, we were talking about Brandy. I fucking hate her, but she's great TV.
She's brilliant TV, but like
I fucking hate her.
wouldn't
Sorry,
respect-
Brooks. Yeah, but I think she's good drama.
This one is like great for my tits this season.
Lisa,
Season 1,
I don't
her.
think Lisa has figured out who Lisa wants to be on reality TV and what way she wants to be perceived. She's been different in both seasons.
Yeah.
I find she
was two completely different characters.
Yeah. I think she's not settling into. I think when Lisa decides to be Lisa, Lisa will be accepted. Like, fine, she was causing problems with Caroline Stanbury where there was no problems this year.
100%.
You know, and I just thought that was bullshit.
The vagina gates and
I don't know what Brooks was at. Like, if you're bringing your friend into your fucking friend group, like, I mean,
I was getting upset about the fact that your vagina was on display on your behalf. That would be insane.
And I'm fine and laughing about it. But I would say, wind your neck in, like, and shut the fuck up.
It's illegal.
And let's move on. That's what I'm saying. And then that'd be it. No, it was again, Brooks looking for an excuse. Even coming into Caroline's house with that sage.
Oh my God, that pissed me off.
I would have grabbed that sage and I would have shoved it up her asshole.
I would have shoved it down her throat.
Might be a little bit. Well, we don't condone violence here, by the way.
No.
Yeah, like I'm only saying it. I'm not actually going to do it. Because to be fair, I think Brooks would actually kick the shit out of me.
100%.
Like, I know I'm into boxing and I know I'm strong. Yeah, I think she would. Yeah, I think she would definitely. She'd hit a bitch. Yeah, she'd hit a bitch. No, Caroline and Sergio's relationship to me, Chanel and her husband's relationship. I'm sorry, I can't think of Chanel's husband's name. Chris. Yeah, Chris and Taj. Finally an accent I can do. I'm so bad at accents, but I love hers. Chanel is just brilliant. She's just so, and I loved seeing her dynamic with her brother and her sister as well. I thought that was beautiful, you know. She really, and lovely relationship with Taj. Yeah.
It's nice to see because I want to beat my kids all the time, and I look at her as a kid, and I'm like,
but I'm sure she's had that too because she's like, he's at the outer age. Yours are in the fun age now. But you're not a Sarah fan or Sarah.
So I love she's lovely, but
she's my number 3.
She's forgettable to me. Like.
See, I like that they have a local on it. Okay. And I like that she is traditional in her way. I love that.
Traditional enough to bring the vibe of Dubai.
Like, I love how she dresses and, you know,
oh God,
she's one of the most sexiest women I have ever seen in my life. And I've never even seen her cleavage.
No, she's stunning.
Do you know what I mean? Beautiful. And I know that sounds like a real, but you know what I mean? Like, she is one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. I think she's spectacular.
I
and the hippie vibes are down up my street.
To me.
Really?
Oh, the whole thing with the boyfriend and the investigator.
He was sexy, was sexy, but no, she doesn't need that.
Like, I felt like it was like self-produced.
Really?
I felt like everything she was doing this season was so self-produced. Last season, she wasn't self-produced. This season, she was a lot more aware of what was going on.
Do you think?
Yeah. And everyone was saying that. And I'm not saying that because other people said that. It's just the whole season I was waiting for her to be how she was last season.
I felt she was missing Nina this season.
Because Nina was her calming, like,
yeah.
It was almost
well,
like
not even that they've that
they
kind of
anchored each other.
Yeah. So I feel Nina was spectacular. By the way, she is the richest housewife ever. Like, I think
know who her husband is, right?
He's Bitcoin.
He owns the company that sells the Bitcoin mining machines.
Fuck. But they're worth, what is it, like 4 billion?
Yeah.
I think the next wife to her is Kyle Richards at 350 million. Isn't that some gap?
Yeah, it's insanity. And you wouldn't know that Nina's disgustingly rich.
Not even a tiny bit.
It's insane.
Because even watching that whole thing in season 1 with her father and COVID and everything, You know, she was like, money can't do anything. Like, she's a very humble person, I'd say. So I think Sarah missed her. But at the same time, I think what happened with Sarah as well this season was she got herself and Caroline Brooks got very close. And then all of a sudden, Brooks went so far and so deep that Sarah had to pull away.
But it was also that random freaking girl that was in the series. Who was that girl that was with
She
this
was beautiful, wasn't she?
Saba.
Saba. Beautiful, wasn't she? Who did she remind? Do you know who I thought she looked fierce like? Kylie Jenner. Fierce like her. Yeah.
She was
Just a friend of a friend.
She was meant to be a housewife, dude.
Was she?
She was. And then they downgraded her to friend of.
My God.
She
Saba.
Yeah. And she was just
liked her. I liked her.
And
but you see again, they're a bit more
painful watching the
You see, I like that yourself and myself don't have the exact same opinion on everything. I'm so glad we don't have that. Yeah. Yeah. No, you're not really. Yeah. No, but I love how you're right or die with your convictions with who you love. Do you know, like yeah, Talene was a knockout first. Yeah, first off the bat. Like, I mean, even that night outside Sambury's house when she had the row with Brooks, like
Where's your husband?
the ghetto came out in her. It was where's my hoops? Where's my hoops? I thought it was brilliant. Where's my hoops? Oh, I'm missing an earring. How long is that missing?
I don't know. I don't even notice. I don't have my glasses on, so I can barely see you anywhere.
They're new earrings. Oh no. They're not worth like Lisa Barlow's 67 million. Where's my
Salt Lake City?
We forgot Salt Lake City, yeah. We forgot Salt Lake City. Yeah. Salt Lake City is good. I like it. I won't say I love it. I like it. This season now I'm back into it. Again, she got me on this because Jen Shah, all of this. You see, she got me fucking on. I did New Jersey and then I went to Atlanta. She hasn't done Atlanta, so I won't do that. Yeah. And I did Vanderpump Rules as well. Yeah. She has got me into Dubai, Salt Lake City, and the OC.
Yeah.
And New York, I've started, but I'm not going back to the golden age. Maybe. But Utah, I did not think I'd get into at all. Didn't think I'd vibe with it. But Jen Shah was what kept me in it for the first few.
When she went bad like a bag of sour grapes.
Was it a Ponzi scheme? What was it?
It was a Ponzi scheme, but like a whole pyramid. No, it wasn't a pyramid
selling scheme. Something to old people, or
it was like selling life insurance kind of vibes.
Yeah,
look at that. Where we come from, a little bit close to. But it was selling things to like old people, and they didn't realize that they were going into like some kind of subscription.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Yes. They couldn't leave it. She's still in jail.
Yeah.
Shit.
Good.
How long?
I think she got 6 years or something.
Oh fuck.
Good. You don't steal from old people, only kids. No, I'm joking.
Here in the Nothing Taboo with You podcast, we don't condone stealing from anyone. Just want to have that noted there. Thank you very much. Utah is a funny one. It's different. There's a lot like the Mormon. It was interesting to learn about the Mormons and the LDS and all that kind of thing. No. Heather gave us a bit of like an insight, and Whitney gave us a little bit of an insight to it. But they're bad Mormons as far as I'm concerned. Like Lisa Barlow is meant to be a Mormon, but I don't find her Mormon vibes.
Coffee. That's weird to me.
Yeah.
How do you survive without coffee, guys?
Yeah.
Come on, let's not be weirdos.
Yeah, Mormons are
they have sex through towels or something, or sheets. I don't know.
They what?
They have sex through sheets.
Sex through sheets?
Yes. They lay a sheet on top of someone or something. Please don't quote me. I am not coming off the
So Mormons. Like a condom.
I'm Christian, Greek Orthodox, so I love all religion. And then they soak each other. I don't know what that means. We need to do some research.
I'm gonna have to look up like a condom type thing. Okay, I looked that up. Or is it dry humping?
I think it's like dry humping, but like you just sit in a person and you don't go in and out.
How do you sit in a person?
Be like
you just stay in there.
Apparently.
right?
Yeah, that's
Mormon. And what is this for production only?
No, I think that's like the kids. Like, not children kids, but like teenage.
She's fucking going all out here.
Yeah, apparently. Anyway,
Okay,
guys,
anyway.
I'm not going after the
Yeah.
religion.
So look,
I love religion. I'm a firm believer in it.
this season, we'll come up to this season on it.
Mary
Mary
freaking
is
Cosby,
I have to say Mary is
queen.
the resurrection we didn't know
Oh,
we needed.
I
Yeah.
hated her the last
It's a
two
pity
seasons.
she wasn't on that trip now. Love the new girl, Bronwyn.
Obsessed.
Love her. Love her
Who's
style.
the other one?
Brittany.
Shame she's a train wreck.
God love her.
Oh, bless.
I can't. And I'd say what's going to come with her. Have you seen that later this season? It looks like there's going to be a lot of drama with her. She's with an Osmond and not with an Osmond. And yeah, and her kids were taken off her.
Husbands anyway, guys. They're so irrelevant nowadays.
Yeah.
So
Donnie and Marie, isn't it? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm too young.
I am too, by the way, for the Osmonds. Yeah, but the Osmonds, I suppose, in Utah, because that's where they're from, and they are Mormon. They're probably like Daniel O'Donnell for like my mother's generation here. Do you know what I mean? So,
I don't know. You know what? Like, can I be honest? Why I do like Utah is the fact that we're seeing a bit more of a religious side to the housewives. I know you're not seeing a lot.
You're seeing the diversity.
The diversity, because like I'm Orthodox.
Mm.
I believe in God and things like that. And I think it's nice to have like a little bit of a insight to
into other religions. Yeah. Yeah.
And it is like still
and a way of
close
life.
enough to,
Yeah.
like, Christianity and Catholic and things.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I like it as well.
Yeah.
And then you see like Mary with her side of it.
Yeah,
is more like
Mary has her own church, but she doesn't have her own church. It's not Mormon.
Her own church, yeah.
You see, I'm confused by that. Yeah, but Americans with their Christian, the use of Christian confuses me, because there just seems to be like, I'm a Christian, but I'm a Catholic Christian.
Yeah.
Whereas like America seems to have like, you could be a Christian, but you're believing in a pig. You're a Christian and you believe in Mary. I feel like when Americans say they're Christian, you can take that up. It's like not a specific, like what is Christianity to them?
I don't know.
See, Christian isn't a religion.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean,
it's not like paganism.
Catholicism or Greek Orthodox or Protestant, you know, or Church of whatever, you know. So
yeah.
Paganism. So, do you know what I mean? So when you say Christian, it's very broad. So is it born again Christian? Is that what they mean? And like, if you're born again Christian, then how do you have your own church? Do you know what I mean? That's where I get confused. And
I just like
where does Mary get all that money? Like, come on. And where's the husband?
You mean her grandfather?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah. So he was married to her grandmother.
Yes. And then the grandmother was dying.
And her dying wish was for him to marry her granddaughter. Because she was the owner of this church.
Yes.
Yeah. You see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean.
You know what?
Yeah, look, we don't understand that. Yeah.
I was confused with her. Then I could not stand.
I fucking hated her. Same. Yeah. She was a bitch. And like, to preach that you're a holy woman and be a thundering bitch. Yeah, that was just, yeah, same. She's a new woman.
I want to be her best friend.
Yeah, she's a new woman.
I love her and Angie.
Yeah, lovely dynamic. Lovely dynamic. Love Angie. Yeah. Yeah, I have to say, yeah, shout out to Angie. Oh, yeah, of course. Are you in the same Greek mafia that she's in? Yeah, I love her. Whitney, I'm over. I'm over her. I'm sorry.
Just always vibed with her.
I did too, because I always thought she was cool. She was cool and a rebel and that, but there's just something about her I can't put my finger on. That it's like she's trying to be a rebel without a cause.
I think she's just growing up, and I think she's getting her own voice for the first time in her life.
I think she's had her voice a long time, girl. A long time. I think she's a very rebellious woman and a very
100% rebellious.
yeah, and just I don't think she can pick a lane in what she wants to be known as. Just like sometimes I feel she wants to be the wild child, the cool girl. Then she wants to be the wholesome mum. Then she wants to be the hippy dippy. I'm like, pick your lane.
Not breaking up Justin's marriage, but the whole like she'll talk openly about that.
I
And
agree.
Get upset with Heather about writing about a boudoir photo.
Exactly.
And it's
Yeah.
Like she was naked or whatever.
Exactly.
But
sorry about that.
That confuses me.
That's what I'm saying. She doesn't. It's hard to kind of figure out who she is or what she stands for.
I agree, but the thing is, she's also human, so she
changes.
changes
100%.
I think that's where we're getting confused with Whitney. Like Heather's a ride or die. She doesn't change her opinion. So you've got to love Heather for that. But I think Whitney changes her opinion. And you got to love her.
I think she changes her personality though as well. I do think she changes her personality. Yeah, yeah. What are we thinking of Lisa Barlow? Same. I'm with you.
Oh God, Meredith pisses me off. Like, okay, you want to know why I still ride for Whitney? Because like this bomb thing, good God, but the bath bomb like thing, Whitney's
it was annoying. Yeah, 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 yeah. Just because she loves to have a bath, she jumped on that. Yeah, no, I'll agree with you there. You can leave.
The husbands, the rumors.
Yeah. Sorry, Meredith.
Sorry, not sorry.
I do like Meredith, but I'm not loving her so far this season. Yeah, no, I'm not loving her this far this season. She and her figure, everything. Yeah, yeah.
But she's just so.
I like her and Seth. I ride for them. I want them to work out. Yeah, I like him though.
I do. I love Seth.
Like even turning up for that meal the other night, and you know all the boys done up, and he had the baseball cap and the jacket. Like I love that.
He's just such a dog.
Yeah,
he's just there.
Yeah, yeah. I like him. Oh, yeah, I love her. No, I love her. I agree. She should have picked it up. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Now, if the poop was just after being done, you don't know.
You could see it was dry.
Poo can be dry.
And the wee that was next to it was like a dry spot.
Yeah, now she needs to figure her stuff out with her dogs. I will agree. Because like like my Nala is a boxer, a half boxer. But like the first thing you do is you train your puppies. So yeah. Or you know, yeah. Don't be giving them a tour. Yeah. Now look, I would say they probably did do that, probably for fucking TV anyway, just to show, you know, because you can't have that many dogs and have a perfect house. I like Bronwyn. I like Gwen. I'm not sure about Bronwyn's husband.
Tom.
Yeah. Is that his name?
Another Tom.
Is he Tom?
It's Tom.
Yeah. He's giving me Girardi vibes. Gimbalino. Gimbalino gives me a heartburn just saying his name. Was there? Johnny J. Yeah, we'll get to him. I didn't. How far are you up to date? Oh, okay, we'll talk. I think there's more to that story. Yeah, I think he's controlling. Yeah, I don't know. And she's beautiful. She's young. She's 37. Yeah, she's young. Exquisite lady. Exquisite lady.
And I love the couture, not the costumes. The couture.
Yeah, the costumes. Oh my God, yeah. No, and she's funny. And have you seen how she arrives for collecting her husband from the airport? That's so funny. I love that. Yeah, I think
my husband would do to me.
I feel like that's something you do. Yeah, 100%. No, I like Bronwyn. I do. And again, for a first season, knocked it out of
They've
park,
actually
girl.
got some good first
Yeah,
season Housewives
they really
lately.
have. Yeah. Who?
From Beverly Hills. She was a
Is that
dad.
the one with the
Anna Marie's.
something with the throat?
Yes, the Suffogates.
Oh, the suffocate. No,
Ah,
she did nothing for me.
yeah,
Nothing
oh
for me.
gosh, she was a waste of
No,
time.
nothing for me.
But yeah, Melina, the one that's Whitney's friend, she said maybe 3 words.
Yeah, she hasn't
She
said
was gonna be
enough.
a housewife.
She hasn't said enough for me to even pick her up.
Yeah,
Beautiful looking girl though. Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah, exactly.
and
Yeah, and I think there's going to be a lot of you know, some women that just shouldn't do like Denise Richards, completely ill-fated for her to do it. I feel that this Brittany girl, it's going to be like that.
it's
She
gonna
shouldn't
ruffle
have
her
done.
face.
Yeah, yeah.
I can see.
Monica, same crack.
Oh
You know.
no, I never liked Monica. So
Yeah.
that was just me from the beginning.
You know,
Sorry.
she's the voiceover on House of Villains.
Yes, but I didn't.
I pegged that before. I was like, that is Monica from fucking Utah.
But I never really enjoyed that series either.
I'm only
I like
watching this
season 1.
season. I'm only watching with Teresa, and I'm actually enjoying
Okay.
Teresa. Yeah, I am. I'll give you that.
Okay.
Right, so we're going to finish out on the OC, the OG, the original one, because I know this. How many minutes are we in? Yeah, an hour and a half.
Look
Whoops.
at me looking, and I don't have glass one, guys. I'm
We're an
blind.
hour and a half in. Yeah. So we're going to dedicate about 15 minutes to this now. Because
My heart, true
yeah, I'm going to
heart
let her
belongs
talk
to
here.
OC. And you're gonna hate me, but the OG from OC is not Vicky Gunvalson. It is Tamara Judge, and I will stand on that mountain till the day I die.
And this is so funny to hear. You are a Tamara ride or die. A Tamrat.
That's what they call them.
Right. Yeah, okay, you are.
I will die. But once again, it's the same with Teresa. I grew up watching them. I saw everything Tamara went through with Simon.
Yeah, the first
Everything.
husband.
But like I
Prick.
say, I saw it in slow time. I saw it week for week. So I grew up in it.
Yeah.
Very different as a binge because you
Yeah.
see all the personality at once.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw it grow. I
Yeah.
saw how she was the mom.
See how she's dismissing me, kind of binging it. Yeah, yeah. I'm seeing the shade too.
OG with Dubai and all the other ones that have started. Tamara just, I've always loved her. The mom that she is, the friend that she is. And yes, I know she's lied. Who the hell hasn't lied? I've lied. And I always kind of think sometimes it's not a lie. It's just a, fuck, I'm pretty sure I said that. Or, yes, there's been lies and she will openly admit it. That's one thing I do enjoy about Tamara.
I have to disagree with you there. She doesn't always
Once she
openly
gets
admit
caught,
it. Yeah. Yeah.
and the thing is, like, that's my thing. It's real. It's human. She's quick. She's witty. She's intelligent, and she's also had a hard freaking life. She's also gone through it. She's had hard times. She's
Oh, I
struggled
don't
and
knock
toughened.
that. I admire her for being a young mom and
Beautiful relationships with Vicky and Shannon. And I know she's going through the most of the moment with them. But the
all
Tracy
by her own
Meagers,
doing.
of course. But it's also they're doing as well because they've hurt her as well. And it's been years and years. And I also get Tamara's points of view. She rode for Vicky. And Vicky didn't want to see. She rode for Shannon. And Shannon didn't want to see. At some point you get frustrated and tired.
I
Let's
agree.
remember, she's
Now
almost
there, I
60.
totally agree with you there. When you're riding for someone and they're not hearing you,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, like a true friend in my, because I've been there on both sides,
Yeah.
where I've been in the trenches and my friends have watched me. I had to get myself up out of that. There was nothing they could do. And vice versa, where I've had friends in the trenches. All I could do was support them and be there. Like, I don't believe a friendship should have, like, well, you've a time limit now to cop on and see things, otherwise I'm fucking off. Do you know? So that's just kind of the friendship, the way I am with friendship.
I get what you're
But
saying.
I can get the frustration, and especially if you're calling it out.
I think it's honest to God, true frustration with
Yeah.
Tamara. It is such frustration that she's almost at that point, and this is what I honestly think I'm going to try one more thing.
Yeah.
Let's see if I call you out on your
Yeah.
shit, if this will help. Because
Yeah. But
Shannon
surely
drove into
she,
someone's
oh,
goddamn
100%,
house
she did. Yeah. Yeah,
with
she
the dog.
did.
What happens if there had been a child
Oh,
there?
100%. You can't
Guys,
condone drink driving. You can't. No
I
one
will
can.
not do it. I don't drink alcohol. I don't touch alcohol. I'll have one glass at
Me
Christmas.
and you are the same. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've
Yeah.
been like that for years. And
Same.
I do that because my husband does drink, and I don't like him drinking, driving and drinking and things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Same.
Coming from South Africa, we don't use Ubers because they're very unsafe. So I've made that conscious decision.
Yeah.
As well as I just don't enjoy it anymore.
Yeah. Same.
She drove into a fucking house.
Yeah.
In America, it is so accessible to get an Uber.
Yeah.
It is
Oh,
so
I agree.
acceptable.
I agree.
And how do you condone that in a friendship?
You can't. You have to call your friends out for doing something wrong, but you can't keep kicking someone when they're down. Gina didn't get this much of a fucking rap.
But she
She
made the
didn't.
mistake, and she immediately was like, I'm going to be Californian sober, and I'm going to stop freaking drinking.
Yeah,
and I'll
yeah,
have
yeah.
a toke
Yeah.
here and there.
Yeah.
Shannon's still drinking.
Yeah.
She'll literally say that
Day two is her max now. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
If I drove into someone's house
Drunk. Yeah.
don't you know that I'm going to AA meeting
Yeah.
and I'm giving up drink?
I will agree. I do agree. Now, I don't condone Shannon at all, and I I haven't been Shannon's fan throughout. I've gone up and down with Shannon. I find her really funny, but I find her very emotional, and I find that she can be a bit of a loose cannon.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But the whole drink driving thing, no, I will never condone that. Never. But I'm not perfect enough in my life to be casting stones at her. And I think Tamara, as her friend, should be like that,
Yeah.
rather than because, okay, so for example, during my 20s,
Yeah.
when I started having panic attacks, that word was not known.
Yeah.
Mental health was not discussed. I was told to go on tablets. I was like, fuck no, I'm 21 years of age. I'm not going on tablets. I'm a freak. What helped me? Drink.
Yeah.
Every time I went out and got drunk, I had the best time and I felt the best. And I had no anxiety and I had no nothing until the next day when it would be fucking horrific and shaking and 20 times worse. But drink was my crutch. Like at the weekends, or if something bad happened to me, I would be like, oh my God, I need a drink.
But Chloe, you were 20.
Yeah, but I get you, but it's not even the age. What I'm saying is 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, whatever. I probably did that for 5-6 years without realizing that it was a coping mechanism for me. Like the night my mum got cancer, or got diagnosed with cancer, I remember and that was only 7-8 years ago. I remember I probably had 4 or 5 drinks that night. And that's me grown and evolved. But that night I was like, I need a drink.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I can understand how someone can reach for a drink. But I do agree she needs to be I know now, okay, I'm like you, I'm teetotal pretty much. I'll have a drink at Christmas. But I would also know now, if I was a drinker, if something happened and that upset me, the last place I'd be going is near a drink.
Thank you.
No way.
That's my thing. That's why I say I understand both of their frustrations.
Same.
I do get it. I think Tamara is very much a ride or die. She just goes too hard.
She goes for the jugular. I mean, when she goes, how many drinks had you in? How many drinks had you? That's nasty.
She was even for me, I've always loved Tamara on the day she started.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are Tamara. Yeah.
I need to watch the reunion.
Yeah, I'm 2 episodes ahead of you.
I need to watch that. I think she will reassess and she will pull back.
I think she's going to have to.
She's going to have to because we're going to lose the trust in her. But the thing is, if Tara wasn't in the series,
I wouldn't be watched. No, I agree. When her and Vicky and F, yeah, it was. I'll tell you what was Tamara's downfall as well this year was getting in with Alexis. I don't know what she was trying to. I don't know where or how or why that friendship came back. Now you were talking about trailer trash. That to me is what Alexis Bellino is. But I don't even mean trailer. Yeah, it's like she could have been raised in a mansion, but she is trailer trash to me. That
I know trailer trash to me doesn't mean you grew up
even
in a trailer.
Yeah,
it means that you just act like trash.
Yeah, it's like there's no class. Like we even talked about that dress she wore that in that first day. Like I mean,
the tits were hanging out, and I love a sexy dress.
But it wasn't for her, and it looked trashy on her. Tamara has the physique, and not even that she's small. Like if I put that dress on, I would look like a tramp.
But I would look like a whore.
I would look like, and I would look like a tramp because of my boobs.
Exactly.
Whereas Tamara is, exactly. Heather is my girl. You see, Heather is just. Heather to me is as classy and as fancy pants and as funny as they come. Like I will always love that girl just ate the bow off my cake. Because I could see me doing that. That girl just ate the bow off my cake. What?
Sorry. That was pre-faceless.
She's been a bitch, isn't she? Vicky, you knew I hated her. I used to come to her. We'd meet for lunch every day and we'd divulge because I was catching up. And so it's like you were watching me and she's watching me trying to like catch up. And I was like, girl, I can't. Girl. But I love Brianna. I love her children. They're fantastic. But Vicky's so unlucky in love. It's not even funny. That Brooks to me is just like a boil on a big toe. He is a boil on a big toe. Yeah, he's disgusting. Yeah, he is. He's revolting. Now, I didn't like what Teddy Mellencamp said to Vicky at BravoCon. I know you're laughing. I just can't. I thought that was. She was like, maybe you don't like me because I actually have cancer. Because I have actual cancer. I could never. Now I know people say it's her prerogative because she has the cancer. It's her who said it. I could never throw cancer at anyone in any way, shape, or form. I just couldn't. I couldn't have that karma on me, and I thought it was very un-Teddy of Teddy to do that.
Teddy, but also it didn't faze me, and I don't know why. I don't know, maybe. And the thing is, like, I am a ride or die for Vicky, and I'm a ride or die for Teddy. So,
and I'm a ride or die for neither. So, do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Like, once again, I grew up with Vicky. Like,
now Vicky grew on me. The whoop, yeah.
The whoop and
the
turtle.
I've never such a multiple pregnancy in my life. Yeah, I love all that. Yeah. No, and I mean, they're iconic. They're icons. 100%. And Vicky is iconic, and I have to give it to her. And you said I would get to that stage with her. Whereas Tamara, I went the other way. I fell in love with Tamara instantly. And then I started falling out of love with her. And then I fell back in love with her. And now I'm out of love with her because I just feel she was too hard.
This is why. I think it's because Jen Pradantry's come in, and
I love her. She's beautiful. Beautiful.
She's with that piece of shit.
Yeah.
So Tamara can always call it, and she's called it with this one, just as she did.
But again, she's called it in the nastiest way. She didn't even call Brooks out like this. She said it straight to Brooks. Brooks, I don't like what you're doing to my friend. I would have preferred to have seen Tamara doing that to him than going at her. Yeah.
And I don't condone it.
But there
We
you go.
know
You
we
see,
don't.
you're chastising Shannon.
I know.
Yeah.
I
So
know,
that's
I'm
what I'm
agreeing
saying.
with
Yeah.
I think because Jen came in so calmly and she
She's
handled
so
it
calm.
well.
She's so
She
calm.
handled it so beautifully.
Yeah.
Last season, we didn't see enough of her. I think if we had seen a little bit more of this Jen, she would have been a breakout star
Yeah.
last
I
year.
agree.
She's breakout
Because when
star
she
this
found her
season.
voice this season, she fucking found it. And Jen, you are
But can I tell you what Jen reminds me of? Tamara season 1 and 2.
really.
So calm.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
Jen is Tamara.
Yeah.
Like,
But Tamara had more confidence, self-confidence than Jen.
yes, because of looks.
Yeah.
It wasn't because of self.
No. Yeah. Whereas Jen, personally, I think Jen is prettier
Beautiful.
than Tamara. But I think Jen doesn't realize how beautiful she is. Yeah, she is. She's spectacular.
And I think all the girls are actually. I think
same. All of them.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, we were saying it
Yeah.
earlier. Heather is just. Really
Heather
beautiful.
is
She's
aging like a fucking fine champagne, girl. She is just the pop. My favorite sound, and this. Oh my god! I love her, and even the way she's just spectacular. 100% incredible. Yeah. And making it so comfortable. And one thing that Heather said in one episode is it's such a safe environment that they had in their house for their kids to be who they wanted, that it made her a little bit nervous of them outside, which was such a lovely, I know it's a bit of contradictory, but it was such a lovely thing to say that it was such a safe, her house. So I was, Heather, why'd you sell that? I know it was fuck you money, but like,
no, it's fuck you.
Fuck you. Terry, you legend. They're a brilliant couple.
Oh, I think they're beautiful.
Super couple. Super. And they're not perfect. And Heather doesn't pretend to be perfect. Like that Katie chick this year. I don't know. Was she trying to get her 5 minutes of fame? And was she like, I know, I'll go against Heather Dubrow and that'll get me viewings and that, but it had the opposite effect.
If people didn't keep bringing her up,
you'd forget about her.
I wouldn't have remembered that she was in the season.
You haven't watched the reunion yet. The first reunion, if I was her, I would have crawled behind the couch and said, lads, please delete my history. It's not even that. It was what was pointed out to her. Like, it was like shameful. And I was like, girl. Yeah.
Because if we watch back, because we obviously have the luxury of seeing the flashbacks and Gina didn't say. She said to whatever the Katie, tell Heather, I am going to tell her.
Exactly.
And Katie made out like she said, don't say anything. Which she did back then.
Exactly.
And then up anyway.
Yeah.
So what the hell?
No, that Katie chick is strange. Very strange. You went for one of the strong characters and tried to discredit him with nothing. No. And I wouldn't mind only she could possibly have had some sort of, now I don't know her as a person obviously, but she could have had some sort of a good storyline with the adoption and finding her parents and her husband adopting her daughter, and then that dynamic, that could have been it would have been actually a really good story. No, but exactly, that's the whole point. True life.
She was engaged and broke off the engagement. If we hadn't had to listen to
who?
Alexa Bellina.
Oh, her mother died. Sorry, yeah, I hate her.
Listen to
Johnny J. She's his mouthpiece.
To enjoy her and get to.
I wouldn't have,
because it would not be Johnny J and money and oh my god, this is my father is gonna ruin me and her.
We've got the video, bitch. We've got the video. No, because even that, when you're doing that and you're in your 40s, there's something wrong with you. It's Yeah.
Like a strong black woman.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. Yeah. 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 I agree. Yeah. Yeah. It's trash. Yeah. No, she. And I don't like bashing other women or anything like this, but she does. That's one thing she does. And also, like, I mean, we watched her in this clearly unhealthy marriage, control and marriage, where it's like God first, then your spouse, then your
Yes.
children,
And
him not
honest,
wanting.
I believe in that.
Okay.
For me in my home, and this is the God's honest truth. For me, the way my husband and I build our foundation in our home is God, husband, children, and then everything else.
Okay, right.
So, because for me, I chose my husband, and if my husband and I don't have a strong foundation, my children don't have a strong foundation. And if my husband and I don't have a strong foundation in faith, we don't have the same
I respect that.
beliefs.
Yeah.
We don't evolve and revolve our lives around
Yeah.
it, but we build from it.
Whereas Alexis bunny hopped her values and her. So it's like whatever man I'm with, I will adhere. I'll have his views.
Yes, and that to me is weird.
That's what I'm saying. She went from that and then yeah.
This one just goes with whatever's floating.
That's what
and
it
how
doesn't
they
she?
feel.
And like
To me, it's weird.
you'll even see there's something she says that is like verbatim what your man has said before, John Jensen. So it's like she's a mouthpiece.
Oh,
And
when she sent the girls out the house after being told, after Shannon sent the text and said, "You are not invited," and then she told the girls to get out of her house.
yeah,
That was
weird.
awkward and
Yeah,
weird. Like, you don't
weird.
do that to your
And your
friends.
man was upstairs.
listening to the conversation.
Yeah,
That
it's
was
weird.
creepy.
That was
Creepy,
bizarre.
dude. Who's
No,
your top three?
my top three is Heather.
Okay.
Heather. I will go Gretchen. Gretchen,
Oh,
I have never forgotten about you. And I don't want to say. I'm going to put Tamara in. I'm going to give her the shout out because she deserves it. Yeah, I am. Oh, fuck off, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
I'd like to see Gretchen back, actually.
to say Heather, love Heather. It's hard for me to say Heather over Vicky.
I'd say so, yeah.
But Heather's grown deep in my heart.
Yeah.
But Vicky will always have a special mention because she's fucking insane.
Yeah.
And when like her mom died,
Oh,
like that's why I still love the Real Housewives, is because there still is that authenticity. There is still that real life in there. There's as much as the girls are having their storyline,
Yeah,
and there's the
I agree.
and they're still real people.
Yeah, you can say what you want, and I know a lot of people, like I said, like I'm laughing in ways that, you know, through our friendship we discovered we both love this franchise.
We could do a whole series.
Oh, a
on
whole
this.
series. We actually could.
think we
And we
should.
might next
I think
season maybe
so.
look at maybe checking in once a month. We'll see how this episode fares out and how many Bravo people might like it, or you know what I'm saying, Caroline Stanbury and Heather Dubrow and Andy Cohen and Tamara, you know, your ride or die here. Yeah. But like in fairness, you can I know there's people who will always hate reality TV.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
People
That's
judge me.
yeah,
all the
and
time.
people can say what they want, but like I said, like that, we saw Vicky's getting a call that her mother died. Taylor Armstrong and that abuse and the
horrendous.
suicide.
Yeah.
Like there's been fucking some serious moments.
Yeah.
Do you know, like Lisa,
and
alcoholism, Lisa Vanderpump, like highlighting all that shit that was going on with the dogs
yeah.
out in
The brother
China.
committing suicide.
You know, yeah,
There was
and
so
like
much.
again with Vanderpump Rules, we didn't even get to touch on that.
know.
Like, do you know what I mean? There's a lot there as well, and like, you know, playing house young and
Yeah.
you know, buying houses together and kind of, you know, like
Divorce. We've seen a lot of divorce.
yeah, you know, and
We-
tragedy,
people
death.
Find their voices on the show.
100%.
Find the inner strength to leave marriages.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's strong as well. This is giving women a platform
Yeah.
to say, I am strong enough to leave.
Exactly.
And to be strong by myself and
Yeah.
not to be mother, wife, maid.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
be myself.
Exactly.
And I think we're seeing that a lot.
Yeah.
I think we're finding the strength in that, and we're
Yeah.
seeing that strength. And I think a lot of women are finding that, watching that, they're finding strength through that.
And boss bitch vibes.
Fuck you.
And like, that's why Sarah, shout out to you again. Like that, your vibe, your tribe is your vibe. Ever since I've heard that, I cannot tell you how many times I've quoted that.
Yeah.
Because the vibe, the boss bitch energy it gives, it is actually empowering. And I don't care, lads, if you think I'm a fucking idiot for saying that. There's so many things I've said now and in the past that people have disliked, so I'm hardly going to start caring now.
People analyze movie stars and these people
and games and shows and this and that and the other.
Because we enjoy Real Housewives.
Yeah, which is real life. Yeah.
Oh,
okay. And look, guys, if you're looking for Irish housewives to come over to Dubai to be friends, I will hold the diamonds of peach. Ireland. I will put my hands on my hip, bitch.
What will we hold here
a potato.
A potato.
Or as Shannon Bedore says, top of the morning to you. You've gone to England this year, just here. Is it top of the morning? I was like, no, Shannon, no. Fucking raging.
A mug of milk. Mug of milk.
Pint of Guinness.
Actually, yeah, we could hold
sod of turf. A potato. A spud. A cup of tea. A box of Lions tea. Fuck you, Kay. They haven't Barry's or Lions tea. I think a sod of turf would be funny.
And our Sunday best. And a bucket of turf. Yeah, the people listening from overseas.
Yeah.
Turf? What's turf?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is turf?
No, I spent my 13th birthday in the bog footing turf.
Oh, Jesus.
And that's where it's like coming up off the clot and you're turning it and turning it. You want to talk about child abuse? Yes, Margaret Maher, I'm talking about you. Right, on that note, it is an episode that was meant to be an hour. I said an hour is enough. I think we're hitting 2 hours now, just shy. Yeah, I'm blaming her. So this is one for that. It's clearly for the Real Housewives universe.
Well, 2 listeners, Claudia and Natasha.
I don't fucking care. I have loved it. And you're literally getting a glimpse of what we talk about whenever we are on lunch together or together. When we finish tonight, we're going downstairs watching it. So you know what I mean? And I don't give a fuck that I'm 40. I'm loving this. This is how I rock and roll now, okay? The boys have their Call of Duty, and their games. So why can't we have this?
100%, dude.
Will you come back on next season and we'll have a little chat about your upbringing and growing up in South Africa?
I'd love to.
By the way, have you ever watched The Real Housewives of Cape Town?
Oh God, it was horrendous, guys.
Okay, so you did watch it. Okay.
I watched like 2 episodes. Okay. I was just like, what is this nonsense? It was embarrassing.
Okay, right.
But if you want us to start a podcast on this, we will watch it for you guys.
Yeah, let us know your feedback. So as always, guys, thanks a million for tuning in. Remember, the podcast is available on YouTube and on Spotify. You can also follow it on Instagram, and you can also find myself on Instagram. I will have her self-tagged if you'd like to give her a follow as well, just to hear that sexy accent, if nothing else.
So sexy.
And find out, did she ever find out what Pogue Mahone means? So listen, thanks a million for tuning in again, guys. I am coming to the end of this series, as I said, probably 2 more episodes left, and then I will be taking a break and going into hibernation for the winter. But yeah, thanks a million for tuning in, and I hope wherever you are, you're being kind to yourself and to others and just being sound. So we will chat again soon, guys. Thanks a million for tuning in. Bye.